I'll have to sample that a bit later. This is the Namco Museum arcade pack on the Nintendo Switch. This game was generously provided from the Maryland Library System, version 1.0. Namco keeps re-releasing compilations of their old video games and arcade games. I guess I'll show you the whole list. This is the reason we're going to be playing Rolling Thunder for this video, but I'll be sampling some of the other stuff later. I thought this game came out on the TurboGrafx. This game came out on the TurboGrafx. This was definitely on the Yeah, this game was on the TurboGrafx Mini. I did a video of that already. Splatterhouse is a game, it's my least favorite game on the console, unfortunately. I know people love Splatterhouse from back in the day. This game is, like, ridiculously simplistic. I never liked this game. It's just the pacing is just incredibly slow, and it's incredibly simplistic. I always hated Splatterhouse. Though I always liked the way it looked. I mean, look at the visuals on this game. They're ridiculously good. Then again, it's an arcade game. I think, yeah, this is the arcade game, not the PC Engine game, I want to say. So I'll probably come back and sample this later. But I hated the PC Engine game. Like, it was... Never heard of this game. Tank. Yeah, I never heard of this game. Rolling Thunder 2, the Genesis game. I played a bit of this back in the day on the emulator. Back in the 90s. I always wanted to play this game again. I was a massive fan of, obviously, I was a big fan of the arcade Rolling Thunder 1, which I'm going to be playing here. And of course, one of my first videos on this channel of NES cartridges on original hardware was codenamed Viper, which is a very good game that was developed by Arc System Works, the Guilty Gear folks. Well, it was basically them making a version of Rolling Thunder 1. I remember being a big fan of this. I've got to play this game again. So we'll be doing a video of that a bit later. I mean, there's Pac-Man. I did videos of Pac-Man on this channel earlier. It's Pac-Man. What do you want? I want to say I played the Famicom version of this game, so I'll go back and play that a bit later. Dick Doug. Never played Tower of Draga officially. So I'll finally get a chance to play that a bit later. And of course, Sky Kiss. This is not a terrible collection. I'm not a Pac-Man junkie, but this seems like a decent collection. I think this collection is like less than $20. But Rolling Thunder. This game was available as part of a Namco collection on the PlayStation Portable, which I believe I still own that disc. I bought the disc so that I can play Rolling Thunder. I seem to recall the game had a bit of input lag, so maybe that's been improved in this version. But the PlayStation Portable did have a version of Rolling Thunder. I did a test video for that. I didn't play the game a whole lot, but I do have a video of me playing this game on the PlayStation Portable, sort of as a test run. So not a massive collection of Namco games, but not a terrible collection, all things considered. So I'll be playing more of this in a second. Like I said, massive fan of this game when I played it in the arcade. Hold on. Had to turn things down a bit. Gotta hear myself think. There are reverb options in this game for some reason. Gotta change this, unfortunately. I mean, okay, in what universe does this make sense? Well, on the Sega Master System, this button layout would have made perfect sense, I've been told. But I think Werewolf on the NES was a Data East game that had the same problem. It's like, yeah, invert the buttons. What could possibly go wrong? Well, thankfully you can remap all the buttons, so that's always good. Jump and shoot with the Y button. That's more like a Super NES game. And we'll swap that over there if we need to. Dead Zone. If you care about the stick, Dead Zone. We're going to be playing with the D-pad. As the way the Death Goddess intended. How do you play Rolling Thunder, in case you're wondering? I'll go over that eventually, but I just want to show you the basics. I didn't know this game had couch co-op. Oh, no, it's alternate. It's a... What do you call it? You pass the controller around. Hot potato, I guess. So yeah, it's alternating turns. And you can tell this is a really old arcade game, because making people... If someone puts in a quarter and they gotta wait till you die, that's not a very good money-making strategy, I'll put it that way. But that was the way people used to play arcade games. Some arcade games. Yeah. You take control of this loop in the third-looking guy to advance through the stages. And there's a time limit in this game, so keep that in mind, too. Once your lap bar reaches 0, time runs out, you lose a man. Obtain ammo in bullet rooms and the powerful machine gun in arms rooms. So if the sign says arms, it means there's a machine gun and some ammo inside of it. Machine gun ammo inside of it. Ammo can be replenished, but if it runs out, you automatically switch to the pistol. Once the pistol ammo runs out, you lose the ability to fire continuously and only fire single shots. Okay, so you get like a single shot rifle at that point if you run out of ammo. So you never run out of ammo. You can just only shoot one bullet at a time if you run out of ammo, which is really... Well, if you want to play a hard mode, I guess you could do that. Hold up and jump to leap to the second floor. Again, this is one of the reasons why I always loved this game. Because like in Shinobi Shadow Dancer, my favorite Genesis game so far, it's multi-tiered. So you have the pacing of dealing with, enemies that are constantly coming at you. But of course you can jump onto the second level and kind of get out of trouble in that sense. So it's not a strict platformer most of the time. In other words, you're not just walking left to right most of the time. You do have to deal with the height system, the floor-based system. So I like being able to switch floors like that. It gives the game an extra dimension of play that really wasn't common in that era. Just being able to switch floors is kind of like switching planes. So I always kind of like that. And it's not really like Psycho Soldier or Sun, if you remember that Capcom game, Sun. It's not really like that. When you switch floors in this game, it's a bit... You're making it... It's usually a it's a high road, low road strategy in a game like this. In a game like Sun, you had planes, and that was really all you could do. Controls. Yeah, the controls. Enemy attacks. Usually you won't get hit by an enemy's attack. Yeah, you won't die. That's fine. Some enemies can kill you with one shot. Shoot, crouch, shoot. Yeah, stand and fire a shot. Then quickly press the down direction and you'll fire again. This will eliminate enemies who crouch after being hit once. Yeah, that's basic Rolling Thunder strategy. Some enemies take 2 hits. That's why you need to do that. Fire a bullet in the direction of the range, then follow it until it disappears from the screen. Bullet will move ahead of albatross and come in handy against enemies. Yeah, so you just kind of follow the bullet, which is amazing. I haven't tried that. But if you're a speedrunner, you probably do it all the time. The bullet in arms rooms only replenish your ammo once, no matter how many times you enter. If you walk a few screens away and then return, you'll be able to replenish. Okay, that's exploit. Challenge mode. I guess it's like high dip switches for everything. Complete for the high score on the final stage. You have limited lives. Oh, these are challenges. Okay. If the time runs out, if you defeat the boss, you'll be over. Okay. I guess we'll try it later. Lower score. Getting hit by enemies will increase the score. Time remaining, yeah. Like in Street Fighter 2, basically. Saving and loading is disabled. You can't change the sound settings. Okay, so this you can't shoot. You can't modify anything, I suppose. Alright, so enough dilly-dally. I guess I'll start the video here and then add this other filler content to the end. Add all this filler content to the end of the video. Sounds like a good idea. Alright, so let's play Rolling Thunder, shall we? There's always a massive fan. I remember I played this game in the Duck Pin Bowling Alley in Glenmont, Maryland. If you're familiar with the subway station, it's the end of the subway line. You're in the DC metro area. And there was the Glenmont Arcade is still there, but that's just a plaza. There used to be a Duck Pin Bowling Alley in the Glenmont Arcade, and it had a cabinet of this. Which is how I first played this game. I always loved the way this game looked. I loved the animation on it. Again, this game came out in the late 80s, and it just had way more, personality than most platformers of the era. So I always loved, like I said, I always loved the use of color in this game. And of course, the hoodies were a weird touch, but it is what it is. you gotta have your rainbow-colored hoodies. They're more colorful than your average hoodie-wearing antagonist. Let's just put it that way. Look at that animation. Surprisingly good animation for a game of this vintage. So they were putting in some work. I also played the Tengen port, the unlicensed Tengen port, on the NES. Obviously, it had fewer frames of animation, but I remember liking it at the time. Let's play this game already. You can hold up on the D-pad to hide, which I always thought was a cute touch. The game is more leisurely paced than Shadow Dancer. There's something to be said for that. Bullet. Excuse me. Crowd. That guy takes 2 hits. You gotta crouch to hit him. You can't crouch turn. Actually, I think you can. It's just kind of dicey. Nope, you can't crouch turn. You can definitely crouch turn in Codename Viper. Objectively a better game, I suppose. Don't some of these doors have bullets behind them? No, you don't. Take a shot at me. Hit me. Ha! Short control burst. See, again, can't crouch turn. That hurts. Which hurts because enemies come up behind you too, which is always bad. Ah, careful! Gotta be quick with it. Yeah, careful! Ah! Knew that was coming. Making pretty good progress too. How about just avoid everybody? Sounds like a good idea. You should just jump up for no reason. Dude's got mad hops though. He's got like an 80-inch vertical. Ah! Stupid. Look at a lot of dumb hits so far. Ow! That hurt. Press the R button to pause the game, in case you're wondering. Are there any dip switches in this game? Hit the wrong button. Nope. Yeah, select round. After you've completed a level, okay. Use it 10 times, though. Or is that the number of levels in this game? Oh well. Can't change any other settings. Too bad, really. Hold on. Give me that. Oh, wow! So I guess this game isn't like Shadow Dancer. You can't just bounce off of someone's head. It's like an alien invasion. What's going on here? We're not going online. We're not playing that kind. This isn't that kind of game. Free play. Best way to play. Excuse me. There's a flood of them. There's no reason to go in any of these doors. There's no bullets in them, right? This game, the NES port of this game has to be worth like $100 by now. These Tengen games are stupid expensive, I recall. Like it might be like if you told me that Tengen game costs like if you told me that Tengen game costs like $30, I'd believe it. If you told me it costs $100, I'd believe it. I'd be shocked if that game costs less than $10, if I'm being honest. Those unlicensed games are probably pretty popular. The Tekken version of Tetris is objectively better than the one I bought on the NES. That Tengen version, I remember, had like more colors, so it was easier to see the different shapes you could see. It was easier to see the different shapes. The game would tell you in text if you got a single or a double, like that whole thing. And you had two-player co-op in the Tengen version of Tetris. Never was in the official version that Nintendo released. And that's a case where the Tengen version was just objectively better. And Nintendo kept it off the market for reasons I'm sure we all understand. I think Nintendo never made a two-player version until the Nintendo 64. Like the Tetris 2 did not have two-player, but that was like a bomb-based game. It wasn't like a line-based game. I never played Tetris 2. It just seemed kind of boring. Like I was never really a huge fan of Tetris, even though I owned the game. I'm running out of time here. Ha! Jumped right into the bullet. Amazing. I don't think following the bullet's gonna help. What? Right in the chin. Okay, pretty good checkpoint. That's a good checkpoint. This part of the game is less interesting because there's no second floor. Well, at least I got a generous time reset. But if you're one shot in this, yeah, you gotta take that L, speed through these levels. But dying once helps, I guess. You get that extra time bonus. With a very generous checkpoint. I can't jump and shoot at the same time, in case you're wondering. Because this is Rolling Thunder. I'm out of bullets. So I can only shoot one bullet at a time now. Yeah, that's how dangerous this is. Out of bullets. So we got the slow-mo bullet. Ah! Got the slow-mo bullets. 50 bullets isn't enough. Yeah, there you go. Get back in there. They're never going to leave, are they? Yeah, I had to take the L there. So they never left the door. So it was a bad move on my part. At least I got more bullets. I needed those 50 bullets. So I learned the hard way. Don't hang out. Don't hold up on the D-pad and hope they don't hover around the door like they just did. See, look at all the subtle touches in the animation, like the way he whoops. Right in the groin. Like how he slowly puts the gun, he slowly holsters the gun after he fires. I always love little touches like that. Yeah, this game was made by people who were more talented than this game gives them credit for, I think. It's made by people, I think, who had some higher artistic aspirations, I would argue. Go. Don't waste those bullets. Yeah, don't waste those bullets. We could just skip a bunch of guys, too. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. Only 88? So I guess I get 50 bullets. I don't just get a full allotment of bullets. I don't get the full 100. So is there like a bullet conservation bonus? Yeah, whatever that cover fired, whatever that dance they were doing behind cover wasn't working. Give me that. MG bullets. Didn't even have to use my AK. I do have to use my MG though. Not much splash damage on those grenades. which is good for me. At least you can scroll backwards. No ratchet scrolling here. They will chase after you if you switch floors. Ah! Walked right into that one. What's the guy with a grenade? Where'd he go? Shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Sometimes the delay before you can the delay before you can leave the room can be dangerous. Okay. So I got a decent time bonus here. Got enough time to do some stuff. Wow, that was dangerous. Never stand in front of a door. Yeah, you can't shoot him while he crouches. Come on. Stupid. Glad I waited. See, time's getting pretty tight here. Ah! Stupid. I lost my machine gun and all my bullets. So I gotta backtrack here for a minute. Not good. That's just dangerous. I can get past the first level. It's just, I think I'm just being impatient. I'm just being impatient. The game's not that hard, but it does require a bit more patience I'm showing off here. So let's try it this time. You're probably going to give this game about half an hour. Careful. Well, the yellow guy disappeared, so I'm not complaining. I think the enemies that come out of these doors is randomized. Yeah, it's a random selection of enemies. Going around. Right in the face. I gotta restart it, I think. Get behind me. I have more than enough bullets. That ain't the problem. Gotta have 100 bullets in the chamber. I guess I always thought it was more satisfying than a traditional Contra, like, shoot 'em up. Like, a traditional Contra run-and-gun game is like unlimited bullets, so shoot in all directions. But you'll have this plane switching mechanic that I always liked here in Thunder. I don't know, I just like the idea of being able to just bounce to another floor to avoid enemies. Something you can't really do in Contra. There's the grenade guy. I don't know why I didn't see him the last time I played through this party. Wrong door. Full allotment. There's your waypoint. 110 seconds. Let's go. He's gonna rack up a triple-figure body count by the end of this level. Ah! That was dangerous what I just did. Don't crouch. I guess I should have... I don't know why I wasn't standing up there. I need those bullets. I'm stuck. I can't get the bullets. Okay. So I'm gonna have to raw dog it. Can't find any more bullets. That was a bad call I just made. It was a one-way too. This wasn't staying. Just wasn't stuck inside the tires. That was close. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of bullets. It's gonna be dicey. Yeah, that's where I died last time. Careful! I was gonna say, don't fire, you see the whites of their eyes. Out of bullets now. Well, I made it. Like I said, raw dog. Holla at your boy. I still think these hoodies are very inappropriate. Whoops. Ah, I jumped right into that one. Ow, he shot me in the ankle. As I was in the middle of the air. Do I get a skip now? No. Can I continue? Okay, that sucked. Okay, just a second. Let me try a second. So I beat level 1. There you go. That was what you came here to see, right? So we'll tease the next video, I suppose. So these are all the games. We will definitely tease more of this video. We'll definitely tease more of this later. We'll tease the sequel as well. I can't select the round. Oh, I have to complete level 2, probably. Okay, well, there's your problem. Self-test screen sounds good. Why would you ever turn off the attract mode? Like I said, we'll... Oh, that's right. I never got past level 2. Okay. So it's going to be one of the... Shot right to the face. Shot to the jaw. Alright, so we'll tease the sequel. We'll do a video of that one later on. But yeah, I definitely wanted to be able to see some Rolling Thunder. Massive fan of that. First of all, let's turn down that music. Guess this was an arcade game before it was a Genesis game. Okay, we gotta... They messed up the controls, obviously. Subtitles on, because, you know, we don't speak English. We gotta go through this whole thing again. Couldn't do this on the Genesis. Actually, I think you could change the buttons on the Genesis version. But I guess this is the arcade game, not the Genesis game. But the Genesis definitely got a... If that's the case, the Genesis version definitely got a port. Because I definitely played this on emulator back in the day. This game was pretty ruthless. Like, Video Games and Computer Entertainment had a reviewer by the name of Howard Wynn, I believe. He gave this game a pretty good review, but he said this game was brutal. Like, he beat it apparently, but it was really brutal. Yeah, couch co-op in this game. Obtain ammo in the room, same machine gun ammo, and yeah. Only single shots are possible. So basics. Ammo shared is half. The 2-player mode. Oh, okay. If your timing is okay. If both players enter a room at the same time. Oh! That's... okay, that's messed up. Yeah, 2-player mode. Yeah, like following bullets, and you can only charge your you can only restock your ammo once unless you move a few screens away and come back basically. So you have to move. See if you scroll a few screens forward, then come back. Apparently, you can respawn your gun. You can recharge your bullets. Challenge mode. I guess we'll do that later. I also didn't do the Rolling Thunder challenge. I guess we'll mess around with that a bit later. But I have to play this. I have to sample this game a bit. This can't be a Genesis soundtrack. Punched right in the face. Down goes Fujiko. Yep, she took a hit. Similarly colorful. It's colorful in a different way compared to the first game, though. Nice. Oh, what? You want to know what he was hiding in there for? Okay, that was messed up. Ran out of bullets again. Yep, definitely run out of bullets. 50 more. More than 50. I'm not complaining about that. Ow. Remember, you can't shoot while you're jumping. You can crouch turn in this game. Objectively better than the first game, I guess. Yeah, you can crouch turn. It's just kind of dicey. Ow! Okay, enough. You get the idea. It's not a bad respawn point. Okay, so we'll go back to Rolling Thunder 1, see if I can do the challenge. Otherwise, I'll just tease more of the rest. I'll tease more of the rest of this challenge. Because I want to be able to give you a sample of what's on here. And I think my internet connection just died. We're not suspending anything. Oh, did I forget to choose challenge mode? I think I forgot to choose the challenge mode. Display controls if you want. Okay, that might be a better background for the next video, I suppose. Yeah, black lines aren't terrible either, if I'm being honest. It seems like a waste of space. Scan lines. Fixed dot size? Oh! Definitely don't want that. Yeah, we don't want that either. Let's keep it somewhat pure, I suppose. I guess we can just back out and try a challenge mode. Yeah, challenge mode. Alright, so we'll end the we'll do the challenge mode here, see what's up. This is the final stage. I probably can't turn off the music here, so just keep that in mind. Beat the boss within a time limit. Good lord. We'll see how we do. I don't think I'm allowed to change the sound, am I? Yeah, I can't change. Okay, but my settings are already in stone, so we're fine. Let's do it. Ah! Unlimited lives, at least. What's the point of having all these life bars if you just die in one hit anyway? Or two in this case. Oh, we gotta have unlimited lives. We just respawn right on top. Okay, that's fine. Go into the background. That's cool. I can shadow dance. So am I in the background of this level? Ah, right in the face. Love the beehive look. Right in the face. So I'm stuck here, okay. So many Genesis and Nintendo games tried to do this. This whole fence thing. Just to show off the parallax scrolling effect, I guess. To screw off the multi-level scrolling system, I suppose. Take it again. Hit me. We're good. Should not have gone in there. Should have waited. There we go. That was safe. It turned out okay, all things considered. I just tried to get through this level on one life. Good luck with that. That was just bad. That's pretty good with those grenades. Somehow made it out of that. Good thing I waited. Yeah, I'm glad. Ow! Right in the face. Glad I waited. Got it again. I'm gonna run out of time, by the way. Hey, it's Spider-Man from Shinobi. Ah! Right in the face. I'm gonna run out of time, aren't I? Ah! That wasn't fair at all. We're gonna run out of time. I think we're gonna make it, though. Get down here. And we're out of time. So yeah, it was never gonna happen. Okay. So that's the preview of the challenge mode. Good luck with that. Damage taken, all the damage, basically. Of course I don't want to upload that trash. I think I died like 5 times. At least 6. No, I gotta review my rivals rankings. Oh well. Again, this game we play on the TurboGrafx Mini. I guess I'll sample that later. Tank Force I know nothing about. Pac-Man, you know Pac-Man. You know Galaga. I guess, yeah, let me sample Tower Draga and Sky Kid. I don't remember Sky Kid at all. I think I confused it with an NES game. That was a completely different title. It was a Sky Shark, I think it was. Hint? What do you mean hint? That's cheating. That sounds like cheating to me. Let's not do that. We'll play the game normally later. I just want to see how it works. Okay, so what do we got here? yeah, we know how to insert credits. Gilgamesh, yeah. Hold A to keep the sword out. That's right, kids. Hold A to keep your sword out. Each floor is a key that must be attained. Very from 4-4, you'll lose the guild if your health drops to 0 from touching slimes, and that was actually what your life is getting over. Remaining health is not displayed. That's not very helpful. I'm not sure how to find anything perfect. So that tells you how to get a treasure. So the game, you have to read the hint to see how to get a treasure chest? You mean it's not obvious from playing the game? That's you from spells cast, okay. When not holding his sword out, he'll raise his shield. So it's kind of like Zelda. Legend of Zelda. Oh, when holding his sword, the shield is behind him. Okay. No, when he's holding his sword, it will hold the shields. The shield will be at his left. Okay. So whatever the left side of his body is. Okay. That's cute. That's a bit of nuance I wouldn't have expected from a game this old. 11 specially selected floors. People know this game was like incredibly popular when it dropped back in '84. At least in Japan it was. The idea of an arcade game with this kind of, quote, role-playing game-like complexity was a huge deal. Yes, that's how you find... Defeat 3 slimes. It'll break and try to use them out of wall. Okay. Weird. The timer's still counting down. They're so slow. Music is kind of dope, though. Defeated 3 slimes. I wonder if my treasure. I move slow even when my sword isn't out. So there is a treasure chest down there. Yeah, I went the wrong way. I'm gonna run out of time. Running out of time. I'll take that. I got the pickaxe, so that copper pickaxe is what I need. Whoa. Gotta turn down the music. That's how you play this game, basically. So we'll play more of this game later, I suppose. That's way too loud. Music is dope, though. I'll say that. Yeah, the music is dope. It just seems incredibly lame. Like, if I saw this in an arcade, I wouldn't play it for more than 5 minutes. But it's a very important game in terms of Japanese arcade history, I suppose. Yeah, dead end. So did I win? Defeat 2 black slimes. That increases my movement speed. Thank you! So we'll play more of this game later, I suppose. How much... Okay, over-under, kids. How many minutes do you think I'll be able to tolerate this game? 5? I think we'll probably go 10 with... We have to go 10 with this game. Oh, this is great. This is way better. Okay. Imagine if you didn't have that hint. How would you possibly know that? Yeah, how could you possibly have known that? Okay, so that was incredibly helpful. So we'll play more of this game later, I guess. But I'm probably gonna play this game for 20 minutes and never play it again for the rest of my life. It's just one of those games, I suppose. Change game. So Tower Draga, I'll probably never play that again. We'll see how it goes. I knew Splatterhouse was terrible, so I mean, I'm probably gonna sample it later, but don't remember this game at all. I might have confused it with something else, which might be the other problem. I was kind of hoping all these games have the same audio settings, but whatever. Let's see, take down, shoot down enemies before landing at the base. It says land here. I don't know how you land. Make sure your dodge is not in the way of the dice. Okay. Hit trees to the ground, you lose the life and you restart the change. If you collide with an enemy or hit by an attack on the sky, your plane will start spinning downwards. Hold up and repeatedly tap A or Y to straighten your plane out. Oh, that sounds bad. Yes, the more times you go into a spin dive, the more times you have to mash on that button to recover the next time. So that's a big deal. In two-player mode, the other person can shoot the spinning plane to make it recover automatically, which is a nice touch. Someone set us up the bomb and press B to drop it. Auto fire sounds amazing. Special targets hidden throughout the mission form a loop-to-loop above certain billboards cause the target to appear. That also cause you to crash. Yeah, sounds bad. Pull a loop-to-loop the moment you land. You'll land upside down and receive bonus points. Amazing. What does the loop button even do? See, the B button is the loop button. Let's practice that. Never played this game before. Let's see what we're up to. Bomb this target. Oh, see, so when you hold up on the D-pad, you look diagonally. Made it to the halfway point. Oh, that bomb? I made it. We're gonna press the B button. I made it. Laying here. There. Stage clear, I guess. Okay, that was easy. It's way easier than Top Gun. On the NES, anyway. Okay. That's a preview of this game. Never heard of this game before, ever. Press the B button to loop-de-loop. Why would I do that? Okay, don't hang out around the back of the screen, I guess. Loop-de-loop. Well, that's a quick way to reverse your course. Because if you hold right on the D-pad, you move very slowly. Didn't mash on the button fast enough. I'm supposed to mash on the button faster, and I did. We gotta add auto fire. Loop de loop. Ah! Recovery. Woo! Auto fire seems a bit too strong. Gimme. Ow! Yeah, that's bad. This game seems alright. Loop loop. Ow! This game is rough. And it's an old video game. What are you gonna do? It's an old arcade game. Okay, so I played more of that. That game's probably like a 10-minute game. It's got a bit of juice, I suppose. Okay, Firehouse sucks. Okay, let's see what Tank Force is about. I have no idea what that game's about. So we're gonna preview it. Just to fill up more time in this footage. Fill up more time in this video. That was the one thing I really liked about the TurboGrafx Mini videos I made. Is that I like the idea of just like wasting some time by just sampling like some of the other games in the system. Just to kind of see, just kind of get a feel for them. Tank Force. 1991. It's kind of late for a game like this, don't you think? That's like Street Fighter 2 came out in 1991. This is way too late for a top-down arcade action game. Might actually be good though. Early 90s arcade games were weird, especially the arcade games that came out before Street Fighter 2. Like right around 1990s when you started getting a lot of Ninja Turtle, Double Dragon, X-Men clones, you know. All those belt-scrolling brawlers. And of course there were games like this. Protecting your eagle. You lose all your tanks, you'll get hit by the shell. Okay, so if the eagle's destroyed, it's a game over. Turn your normal power level with a... yeah. That's not gonna go well. 2 shells at a time. Okay, so there's a... determines how many shots you can fire at once, at what speed, I guess, we power it up. Take too long to destroy enemies, a bomber will appear. Yep, so you can't go to the bathroom. Gotta make that money. So don't dilly-dally. You know, the hurry-up option, like in Ninja Turtles. Press plus? Okay. Oh, continues might run out? So continues are limited in this game? There were a couple of arcade games I remember. I think it was Haunted Castle, I want to say. The Castlevania arcade game, Haunted Castle, had limited continues. Even if you pumped more quarters into the machine, it would cut off the quarters. You weren't allowed to throw in more than a certain number of quarters. I think the way it worked is that you had like a limited number of continues, so if you put in more than the maximum amount, it forced you to start from the beginning, I think. Even if you, because if you ran out of continues, the extra money just meant you start from the beginning, apparently. Add number of squares to your score. Wow, high score value is amazing. Temporarily shrink your grant to improve movement and shell speed. Raise the wall that grants your eagle temporary invisibility. You have to sustain while we recover. Temporarily freeze enemies. Call an ally bomber to a smart bomb. Extra lives. Temporarily fire 2 shells to the center. Crossfire. Okay. So we'll do a separate video of this later. I just kind of want to see what the deal is. We're fine. Sounds like we finally have some sampled sound. Isn't there a Famicom game that was kind of like this? Like 1986 or something? It's like Pac-Man with tanks and guns. I appreciate that. The X button is for auto fire. Love the explosions. It's a pretty good explosion. Ah! You can't shoot the walls out, so that's cool, I guess. Yeah, this feels like that Famicom game that never came out in this country. Like it was a Famicom game about tanks, kind of like this one. Excuse me. That could have gone poorly. Yeah, 1991 is way too late for a game like this. This should have come out in like the mid-80s. This game came out in the mid-80s, it might have been fine. And maybe like 1988 would have been okay, but 1991 is way too late for an arcade game like this. I don't even think this game got released in America. It certainly wasn't like a top 10 arcade game, I don't think. Yeah, this was like the Final Fight era. Just before Street Fighter 2 dropped. Ah! And you also have to protect your eagle. Gotta protect your Iron Eagle with your Iron Tank. Oh well, it's the game over. So we'll play more of that later, that seems fun. Would I pay 25 cents to play that? Nah. Most likely not. Alright, so we get the idea. We'll play more of this later. What game will I'm probably going to play Rolling Thunder 2 next, if I'm being honest. That sounds like my jam. It sounds exactly like my jam. Rolling Thunder 2. That's the Namco Museum arcade pack on the Nintendo Switch. Recorded the audio with my Skull Candy earbuds with a volume adjuster into a audio splitter, into my J5 Create USB-C capture device, into my quad-core Windows 10 laptop with the camera app, Windows 10 camera app capturing at 60 frames a second.